Everything seemed to be going well in Universe 7. After the Tournament of Power, little by little Goku would gain the trust of the rest of the gods, despite the contempt they had for him in the Tournament of Power. The fact that they were revived would give them the certainty that Goku was a warrior with ideals. Even so, things were about to change. As he gained more confidence, little by little he would climb among them, becoming an important and respected member. Without being a god, he intervened in the meetings between the deities and would give opinions on how to improve all the universes. But no one would expect his betrayal. Goku was very close to Zeno, so much so that the kings of everything said yes to everything. "Don't you think gods are not necessary?" Goku said. "Really?" a Zeno said. "Seriously?" the other Zeno said. "Of course, if they don't do anything," Goku said. "We could eliminate them," a Zeno said. "Yes, we could do it," another Zeno said. "No, it is not necessary," Goku said. "I understand that they are the kings of everything, but they do not have to beat the enemies and destroy them all. What will happen is that others will rebel. Although they are not gods, they will be seen as dangerous beings, and that would not be good." "But we can disappear them," a Zeno said. "Yes, it is true. And they don't bother," the other Zeno said. "And others will always come," Goku said. "In the end, you will end up disappearing everything, and that was boring." "You are right," both Zeno-samas said. Grand Priest was hiding, watching. Already in itself, he suspected Goku's constant approach to the kings of everything. He didn't like this at all. "Wow, with what? With that sand?" Grand Priest said. Who was going to say that Goku was capable of manipulating the kings of everything? Grand Priest would warn the angels to be careful. Goku was becoming a danger to the gods. Still, there was not much they could do. Goku was close to Zeno, and nothing could change it. After a few days, a meeting would take place between all the gods. Goku, as always, was present. Zeno would announce that the gods were not necessary, so they was removed from their positions. "Relieved?" Beerus said. "I don't understand why," Champa said. "Their services are no longer necessary," Zeno said. "Yes, we no longer need them," the other Zeno said. Nobody could believe what was happening. Everyone was left without their positions. "So does that mean he will disappear from us?" the Kaioshin of Universe 7 said. "Not for now," a Zeno said. "Do you want to disappear?" the other Zeno said. "No, of course not, Great Lord," the terrified Kaioshin said, after making a reverence. The silence would conquer the area. Goku would try to contain his laughter. He felt that he had a victory. The gods were stripped of their positions. "So what will happen to us?" Kitela said. "We will take away their powers," a Zeno said. "The gods of destruction will not destroy, and the gods of creation will not create," the other Zeno said. "And our homes," Beerus said. "Look for one," a Zeno said. "Yes, they cannot be so maintained," the other Zeno said. Everyone would watch Goku with hatred. They knew this was his work. "This will not be like this," Beerus would seriously think. "Grand Priest?" both Zeno-samas would call. "Of course," Grand Priest said. Grand Priest would place themselves in the center of the room and absorb the powers of the gods. They would continue to be long-lived beings, but they could not use Hakai or creation. After this, each one would return to their planet. They should give up all their wealth and leave their angels. Now they had to live their lives without functions. "I don't understand why Goku betrayed us," Beerus said. "Mr. Beerus, if you wish, I can take you to Earth. It was a good home for you," Whis said. "Don't be stupid. What makes you think I want to live in the same place as that bastard?" Beerus furious said. "The last thing I want is to live in the same place as that bastard." "Then I will find you a place according to you," Whis said. Whis would take Beerus to a planet according to him. They were ready to say goodbye. "It has been a pleasure to work with you all these years," Whis said. "Wait, are you leaving?" Beerus said. "Of course, without a god of destruction, the angels stop having a reason to be on this plane," Whis said. "Now I must return to the celestial kingdom." Whis would leave Beerus alone. "Oh, I feel so alone right now," Beerus said. On the other hand, we see Goku on Earth. His plans had gone perfectly. It was what he wanted, a world without gods. "Now that the gods are not there, we will not be subjected to his whims," Goku said. "The era of fearing offending a god so as not to be destroyed is over." Vegeta would arrive with Goku. "Kakaroto, what did you do?" Vegeta said. "What are you talking about?" Goku said. "Don't play dumb, we all know," Vegeta said. "Whis spoke to us. You convinced Zeno to say goodbye to the gods." "Wow, I can't believe you know that," Goku said. "Well, yes, I did. I'm tired of having to explain things to the gods." "You're an idiot," Vegeta said. "What's wrong with you? Do you want to live with the fear of being destroyed because Beerus is not given pudding?" Goku said. Vegeta reacts. "I did it for everyone's sake." "And you think the gods will remain arms crossed?" Vegeta said. "As if they were going to do anything," Goku said. Vegeta didn't understand what was going on with Goku. I had never seen him like this. "I'll only tell you one thing. If Beerus comes to destroy the Earth, you will have problems with me. I will punish you even in the beyond," Vegeta said. "He is no longer a god of destruction. He cannot destroy us," Goku said. "He doesn't need to use Hakai to do it," Vegeta said, and then he would go. On the other hand, we see Beerus on that planet. At first, he felt relieved. He was resting and not having to worry about the universe. He felt really good. But a little emptiness was born inside him. "Oh, this is pleasant," Beerus said. "But I feel so bored. I have nothing to worry about." Then Beerus would stand up. After getting rid of himself, he would throw a fist blow into the air. "How long have I not been training?" Beerus said. Beerus would start throwing blows over and over again. He would remember his years of training. He would get so excited that he would start training with the same fervor that he did when he was preparing to become a god of destruction. Goku had no idea what was being woven behind him. Beerus was preparing for revenge. "I may have lost part of my power as a god, but I'm still a warrior," Beerus said. Beerus would explode his ki to the maximum, leaving the area where he was devastated and radiating a large amount of energy due to the hatred he had for Goku. "He's a damned traitor," Beerus said between his teeth. At that moment, Goku was on Earth. He had just sneezed. "Wow, someone must be talking about me," Goku said. The days would go by until he became weeks. Beerus would gradually become stronger, although he would not be the only one who had his plans against Goku. Geras had been one of the most affected gods. Without his great palace, he did not feel like the queen he wanted to be. He was very hurt by Goku. "That idiot thinks he's going to get away with it," Geras said. Geras commanded a large army of soldiers. He led them because he had them all in love. With them, he would go on a journey to the Earth. When Geras arrives, he orders all his men to attack the Earth. They would all go out through different parts of the Earth and cause chaos and destruction. Goku and the others would defeat the subjects as they found them. "Who the hell are you and why are you attacking the Earth?" Goku would ask. None would answer. They were very faithful to Geras. Geras would get to Goku. Hatred and resentment were noticeable in her. "Jairus, what are you doing here?" Goku said. "I clearly came for you," Jairus said. "Not only did I come for you, but for all you want." "And that?" Goku said seriously. "Because you betrayed us. When we gave you a hand, we accepted you among us. You stripped us of our positions, influencing Xeno," Jairus furiously said. "I won't forgive you for that." Goku would emit a slight smile. "Yes, it's true, I betrayed you, but because they are dangerous," Goku said. "What are you talking about?" Jairus said. "You, the gods of destruction, destroy by a whim. I know about the millions of lives that have disappeared just because they don't like it," Goku said. "A bad meal, a bad face, or the smell of someone is enough to exterminate a planet. How dare you?" Jairus furiously said. Jairus would compress his fists of anger. He began to raise his ki. "That you have taken away our energy of destruction, it does not take away that we continue to be strong," Jairus said. "Now you will pay me." Jairus would throw everything at Goku. He would attack him with a rain of fist blows, but Goku would dodge each of the attacks as if nothing. He didn't even need to transform to face her. After several seconds of moving, Goku would hit Jairus' face, throwing her away. "Look at you. You don't even have the ability to face me. Get out of here and stop being a shame," Goku said. "You are a bastard," Jairus said. "Do you think you are better than me?" "Go away," Goku said seriously. Jairus didn't seem to mean to give up. He would throw a ki attack at Goku, but he would reject it with a simple blow. After this, Jairus would run out of tools. He only had one thing left to do. He would load ki in his hand and hit the ground, but out of nowhere, Goku had reached her by holding her by the hand. That speed, Jairus would think, disconcerted. "You asked for it," Goku said. Goku, from a ki attack to Jairus, would throw her away. Jairus would fall several meters away. He could hardly move. He was in a serious condition. His men would go for her in his aid and take him away from there. "Heavens, how annoying," Goku said. "Vegeta, I know you're there." "I wasn't hiding," Vegeta said from afar. Vegeta would approach Goku. He looked annoyed with him. "Kakaroto, you put the life of the Earth at risk," Vegeta said. "Come on, I wasn't the one who attacked," Goku said. "No, it wasn't you," Vegeta said. "But I remind you that she came for you and threatening the Earth." "Heavens, how annoying you are," Goku said. "I only tell you one thing. If something happens to the Earth, you will regret it," Vegeta said. "Anyway, stop being annoying," Goku said. Goku would leave so as not to have to continue supporting Vegeta. Jairus would return to his planet, promising to return. But not everything would stay there. Hatred and resentment towards Goku continued to grow in the hearts of each of the gods. Beerus was achieving great results with his training. "I didn't even remember having this power," Beerus said. Suddenly, Champa would appear. "What do you want here?" Beerus said. "I'm busy." "I see you're training," Champa said. "And what about that?" Beerus said. "I just want to know if you're going to face Goku," Champa said. "Lose the powers of being god of destruction under my base power. I just want to recover my state." "To face Goku?" Champa said. "Why not?" Beerus would smile. Universe 7 was submerged in a state of unprecedented agitation and tension. Goku's betrayal of the gods had triggered a series of events that threatened to change the cosmic balance. Meanwhile, Goku, unaware of the repercussions of his actions, continued with his life on Earth, confident in his power and convictions. However, the gods, far from resigning to their destiny, began to draw plans to face Goku and restore their positions in the universe. Among them, Beerus, the old god of destruction of Universe 7, had immersed himself in intense training to regain his lost power and prepare for his inevitable confrontation with Goku. Meanwhile, Geras, the old goddess of destruction of Universe 2, resentful of the loss of his position and the betrayal of Goku, had not renounced his desire for revenge. Gathering his followers, he planned a new offensive against Goku and the Earth, determined to make the Saiyan pay for his actions. On the other hand, in the Celestial Kingdom, the Grand Priest, the Grand Priestess, watched with concern the events that were unfolding in Universe 7. He had detected the growing hostility between gods and feared that the situation could get out of control. Even so, he was clear that now the gods were beings without charge. "Wow, now we will meet the gods in their true nature," the Grand Priest said. Meanwhile, Goku continued with his daily life on Earth, oblivious to the danger that lay upon him. However, Vegeta, his eternal rival and comrade in arms, was concerned about the consequences of Goku's actions. He was fully aware that his actions had generated more problems. Vegeta decided to seek help from the most powerful warriors on Earth, summoning Gohan, Piccolo, Trunks, and Goten, 17 and 18 among them, to form a team that could face any threat that arose, together preparing for the inevitable conflict that was approaching. "Do you really think that more gods will come to Earth?" Gohan asked. "There was already Geras. I don't doubt that more will come, and even worse, organized among them," Vegeta said. "The truth is, this standing here put us in trouble again," Piccolo said. "Do you think we'll have a chance against the gods? They are gods after all. We can't sit idly by, and I'll need all the help I can get," Vegeta said. "It's true, the men of Geras spread across the Earth," Krillin said. "Anyway, we must defend ourselves from the Sequoias they send." "Goku is an idiot," 18 said. "We know that," Vegeta said. "Guys, do you really think it's that bad?" Bulma asked. "Bulma, I know what I say. Kakaroto got into a terrain that he shouldn't," Vegeta said. "I don't think he did anything wrong," Bulma said.
After all, Beerus at any moment was going to get angry for a nonsense again, and we would have problems. "Bulma, don't defend him," 18 said. "I don't defend him, I'm just realistic," Bulma said. "It seems that they forget everything that Goku did for us." On the other hand, Katella was in Universe 4. He was hidden in a cave where he lived. Goku was not removed from his mind, and how he lost everything because of him. "That bastard," Katella said. "I swear I'll get revenge." Eric would enter the cave. "Look, it took me a long time to find you," Eric said. "What do you want?" "I'm not in the mood," Katella said. "I imagine you also want to fight Goku," Eric said. "That's none of your business," Katella said. "Better, get lost." "Come on, don't be impulsive. I'm just gathering gods. We want to attack them all," Eric said. "Attack them all," Katella said. "That sounds good, but before that, I want to know if you are worthy of fighting us," Eric said. "What are you talking about? I'm as strong as you," Katella said. "Prove it," Eric said. Everything in the cave began to tremble. Eric would generate a great explosion that would destroy everything. Both would fly out of there. "What's wrong with you? Are you crazy?" Katella said. "Just show me what you're made of," Eric said. Katella would throw everything at Eric. He would attack him with a variety of techniques, but he would not be able to connect a single blow. Eric was moving at a wonderful speed. "Damn, you're too slow," Eric said. "Shut up," Katella furious said. Suddenly, Liquier would appear behind Katella. When Katella turns around, Liquier knocks him down with a single blow. Katella lay on the ground, unable to move. It's a waste of time. It will only get in the way, Likier said. It's true. He depended a lot on his power as god of destruction. He's not a real warrior, Iwan said when he showed himself. Let's go back. Goku was training, waiting for possible threats. He had no intention of battling the gods, but if they faced him, he was willing to give him what he deserved. Then we see Goku stand up. He would feel the presence of 3 gods of destruction, but this time it was different. Their powers were superior to those of Heres. Wow, I recognize their energies from feeling them before, but I don't realize who they are, Goku said. They must be some of the gods that didn't participate. Finally, Iwan, Eric, and Likier would show themselves to Goku. The silence between them was a sign of the tension that was breathing in the air. Goku, said Iwan. Wow, you're a very smart guy, Likier said. Goku, don't think we'll forget the betrayal you committed against us, Eric said. We came to settle that score. I'm sorry, I don't have any money, Goku said. Are you mocking us? Likier said. Wow, I thought you were smarter, Goku said. Bastard, Likier said, about to throw himself. Calm down, don't react, it's what he wants, Eric said. Don't lose focus, we agreed to fight as a team. The 3 gods of destruction would surround Goku. I'll have to take this seriously, Goku said as he put on guard. Suddenly, the 3 gods of destruction would disappear. They would move at such a high speed that Goku could not see them. Suddenly, he began to be attacked by them. He would receive attacks from everywhere. A whirlwind would form, produced by them, moving in circles around Goku. Goku would explode his ki, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue. The 3 gods of destruction was sent far away. It's not true. I didn't have that power, Iwan said. I'll use you to mess with me, Goku said. Goku began to have a fairly intense battle. The 3 gods of destruction gave it all, and although Goku was stronger than them individually, it was difficult to fight against the 3. Even so, giving up was not an option. Goku was in the middle of an epic battle against the 3 gods of destruction, Iwan, Eric, and Likier. They were not normal gods. They were considered the strongest of the 12. Goku, despite his powerful state as Super Saiyan Blue, had problems. The fight intensified with each passing moment. The attacks came from all directions, and Goku hardly had time to react. Meanwhile, in the Celestial Kingdom, the Aishinkan observed the confrontation with growing concern. The battle between Goku and the gods of destruction not only represented a danger for Universe 7, but also threatened to destabilize the cosmic balance as a whole. Father, keep watching Mr. Goku. I remind you that the gods are only imposed gods. Their actions do not affect us, Vados said. I know, but they are still influential beings, Aishinkan said. Back on Earth, Vegeta and the warrior team were preparing for any eventuality. Aware of the seriousness of the situation, they remained alert and ready to intervene if necessary. However, they knew that the real battle was between Goku and the gods. We should act, Piccolo said. No, Vegeta said. Not yet. But Vegeta, they could destroy the Earth, Krillin said. We will only intervene if they beat Kakaroto and want to destroy the Earth, Vegeta said. Otherwise, we'll leave it that way. Kakaroto is responsible for this. In the cave of Universe 4, Kitella reflected on his encounter with the other gods of destruction. However, he had been defeated. His revenge network against Goku was still burning with intensity. He knew that sooner or later he would have his chance to take revenge. Damn Goku, I swear you will pay for it, Kitella said. Meanwhile, the battle between Goku and the gods of destruction reached its most tense point. The attacks and counterattacks happened at a dizzying speed, shaking the surrounding landscape with their destructive power. Despite the overwhelming numerical superiority of his opponents, Goku refused to give up. At one point, Eric would connect a knee on Goku's stomach and then throw him to Liquier. Liquier would wait to kick him hard and then throw him into the sky. Once up, he waited for Iwan to knock him down with a hammer blow. Goku would hit the ground hard. "Damn, that hurt," Goku said. "Give up and apologize," Eric said. "It's the only thing that can save your life," Liquier said. "I will never give up," Goku said when he stood up. "Not before you. The gods of destruction believe they own everything, and I will not allow that." Goku would explode his ki beyond his limits. He felt a renewed energy that ran through his body. The gods of destruction were alert, but they would not let themselves be intimidated so easily. "You may have gotten a little stronger," Eric said, "but that's not enough. Let's finish him for all and once," Liquier said. The three would throw themselves at him again, but Goku would knock them down easily. At that moment, Goku's power was far beyond him. "That's enough! You were humiliated! Now get out of here," Goku said. "Who do you think you are to talk to us like that?" Eric said. "Goku, the mortal who is stronger than the gods," Goku said. "Accept your fate and stop bothering." Liquier would throw himself at Goku, hitting his face with a strong fist blow. Goku would turn his face to one side, but then he would respond with the same attack, connecting to his chest.
Liquier would receive the blow directly and fall to the ground. He couldn't move. "I think that's enough. Know what your position in this world is," Goku said. They trusted so much to be gods of destruction that they did not prepare, and now a mortal has just humiliated them. "Bastard," Arak said. Goku would disappear at the last moment and reappear behind Arak. Suddenly, he would make him fall to the ground. Arak couldn't move. There was only Iwan left, but he knew he couldn't do anything about it. Now, Goku, before waiting for an attack, would go for him. Suddenly, he would leave him on the ground. "Get out of here before I regret leaving you alive," Goku said. That way, the gods would flee with the defeat. Goku had come out victorious, but he knew that soon new challenges would come. Goku's victory over the three gods of destruction, Iwan, Arak, and Liquier, marked a crucial point in the history of Universe 7. However, this victory did not mean the end of the challenges that Goku and his companions would face. Meanwhile, in the celestial realm, the Shinkan carefully observed the events that were taking place on Earth. He had witnessed the battle between Goku and the gods of destruction with growing concern, aware that the cosmic balance was at stake. "What do you think, Great Lord?" Shinkan said. "Goku is very strong," Zeno said. "And the gods of destruction are very brave," Zeno said. "Perhaps Mr. Goku had seen something in them that we hadn't," Shinkan said. "It's interesting. The gods of destruction are not the same people now that they stopped being gods." As the news of the defeat of the three gods of destruction spread throughout the universe, the tension between the remaining gods increased. Many of them felt threatened by Goku's power and were determined to stop him before he could cause more damage. Among them, Beerus, the former god of destruction of Universe 7, was in a state of internal conflict. On one hand, he felt the urgency to restore his position as god of destruction of Universe 7, but on the other, he feared the consequences of a direct confrontation with Goku and his allies. On Earth, Vegeta and the warrior team remained alert and ready to intervene if necessary. Despite Goku's victory, they knew they were still facing potential threats from other gods and powerful beings who might want to take revenge. "That Kakaroto has caused a lot of conflict," Vegeta said. "Vegeta, knowing you should be on his side and fight him," Piccolo said. "I don't know what's going on with you. It's just that I'm someone rational, and Goku is abusing his contact with the gods, that's all," Vegeta said. "Heavens,
I think we should trust Goku a little more and let him be, Krillin said. I know it may be a bit clumsy, but he's always done things right. Then they will give me the reason, insects, Vegeta said. Meanwhile, the tension continued to increase as the remaining gods prepared to face Goku. The possibility of a cosmic war was becoming more and more real, and everyone was nervous about what the future might bring. In the midst of all this, Beerus was still undecided about how to act. On one hand, he felt the need to restore his position as God of Destruction of Universe 7, but on the other, he did not want to risk a direct confrontation with Goku and his allies. In any case, Beerus would continue to train with fervor. Losing his powers as God of Destruction, far from demotivating him, had generated the need to recover them. Whis observed Beerus from the celestial realm. Not even he could believe it. I see you spending too much time observing Universe 7, Vados said as his brother approached. It's just that I'm a little bored, Whis said. Besides, I can't believe Beerus is dedicated to training with such enthusiasm. It makes me something unrecognizable. Maybe it was the change he needed, Vados said. Whis, do you want to return to Universe 7? Ku said. No, it's not that, Whis said. I just have the feeling that Beerus is going to show off to the other gods. What makes you think that? Vados said. When Beerus met Mr. Goku, beyond his work as God, he longed to meet the Super Saiyan God. He wanted to meet someone who was capable of fighting just like him, Whis said. I think he still has that same warrior nature, something he has never lost. That means soon we will have a good fight, Vados said. Do you remember that time that the gods of destruction fought before Zeno? Whis said. It's true, Vados said. Do you think Beerus managed to master the Ultra Instinct? Ku said. It's a possibility, but a very big one, Whis said. The doubts were on the table. Beerus trained with fervor, but no one was clear about what his intentions were. The truth is that all the gods would organize among themselves, but he would clearly leave Beerus aside since they did not want him. In addition, they felt that Beerus was responsible for everything that was happening. Goku was in a position similar to Beerus. He trained in loneliness. The rivalry with the gods had given him a certain motivation that did not allow him to lower his arms. Now that the ancient gods of destruction were his enemies, he had no time to lose. He had to give it all and overcome his own limits. The days would pass. Goku would feel it. The gods of destruction would come to Earth. Anyway, Beerus was the only one missing. Why isn't Beerus here? He's the one I'm really interested in fighting, Goku said. It's strange because we understand that he's your friend, Champa said. He's not my friend, just so you know. He's also upset with me, Goku said. But at least he's not a damned coward like you guys who have to work as a team. Hey, show some respect, Jerez said. I can't have any respect for you, Goku said. You're trash. You think you're better than everyone else, and that's how you ended up. Without the gods of destruction, the universes are going down a better path than with you. Is that true? Zeno said to Grand Priest. Well, although it was a short time, no improvements have been noticed, Grand Priest said. The gods of destruction were more and more furious. First, Goku had taken away their positions and Hawkeye powers. Now they felt insulted. We'll finish you all together. You can't beat us, Kitela said. All the gods would throw themselves at Goku. He would explode his ki to the maximum, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta and the others would feel the energies from afar, knowing that something bad was happening. At that moment, the gods was sent far away thanks to the great amount. Everyone was afraid. They knew that Goku was not a simple rival to eliminate, but they had to do their best to defeat him. They would throw themselves again at him, but despite coordinating to attack, they would not be able to hurt him. Goku's speed was superior, and he managed to dodge all of the attacks with great ease. You are just a shame, Goku said.
Goku would create a great explosion of ki around him. In this way, he would throw them all away. After that, he would go one by one to attack them with everything. He would easily knock them down. All the gods were on the ground with serious wounds and scratches. The blood escaped from the bodies of each of them. It had not only been a defeat, but a humiliation. "Look what they have achieved. Just humiliate yourself," Goku said. "They can continue with their lives without being gods. Leave me alone and do yours. If they are going to fight, let it be with the corresponding level." "You fool! You think you are better than us?" Arak said. "I am. Just look how they ended up," Goku said. Arak, furious, would throw himself at Goku with all the strength he had left. They would arrive with a fist blow, but Goku, almost effortlessly, would hold him. Then he began to squeeze his fist with force. The bones of Arak's hand sounded as he screamed in pain. "You are choosing the most painful path possible," Goku said. "Better get lost." Goku would throw Arak far away. Then he began to move away, turning his back on everyone. Even so, the gods would take courage and stand up. Each one would raise their ki to the maximum despite their states. "Well, if that's how you want it," Goku smiled as he put on guard. Everyone would stand in strategic positions to attack Goku with a powerful ki attack together. Goku would look excited by the challenge. He would respond with a great Kamehameha that would easily counter the attack. The sky succumbed to so much energy deployed. The ground trembled before the power as a whole. Little by little, Goku's Kamehameha continued to advance, although Goku was not really making an effort. "It can't be. He's going to eliminate us," Champa said. "We have to do something. Give it all," Lakir said. "I'm at the maximum. I can't take it anymore," Sidra said. "Enough," a deep voice was heard. Goku would interrupt his attack. The gods of destruction would fall on their knees. "Beerus, do you also want to fight?" Goku said. "No, I didn't come for that," Beerus said. "I just came to avoid a massacre." "Don't act like you're our savior," Champa said. "He just saved us," Goku said. "Goku, don't waste your strength on it. Soon you and I will have our fight," Beerus said. Goku would watch Beerus closely. He noticed something different about him. "Yes, you've really trained. I can see it just by your posture," Goku said. "Now get out of here," Beerus said. "Beerus, are you going to fight him?" Lakir said. "Not today, but soon," Beerus said. "I'll be waiting for that moment," Goku said. The atmosphere was tense. The presence and confidence in Beerus caused great mystery. Goku would throw a ki ball at Beerus while he didn't see it, just to study it. But the god of destruction would reject the attack with a simple movement of his hand. "Are you satisfied?" Beerus said. "The truth is, I didn't expect that reflection," Goku said. With approval, the gods was stunned by the little demonstration of Beerus. The matter was more serious than they thought. They knew that Beerus had broken his limits, although it was not the time for the fight. Without more to do, the gods would go with the shame of defeat, and even worse for them, against their pride. They could only trust Beerus to defeat Goku. Beerus had impressed everyone with his great power. Goku was looking forward to his next fight. He felt that in Beerus he would finally find a true rival. For now, Beerus would continue to train with great effort. Now that he had shown his teeth to Goku, and that he had witnessed how he defeated the rest of the gods, he felt an extra motivation to give it all. At that moment, Whis would come to visit. "Whis, I wasn't expecting you here," Beerus said. "Well, I just wanted to know how you are," Whis said. "That's unusual of you. Now that I'm unemployed, I must have something to entertain me," Beerus said. "Yes, I guess you're right," Whis said. "Don't tell me you're trying to use the Ultra Instinct." "Something like that," Beerus said. "Is it wrong? I was just asking. Of the gods of destruction, you have been the only one who has approached the doctrine," Whis said. "The Ultra Instinct is the only thing that separates Goku from us," Beerus said. "If you think about it, Goku is not capable of using it. He has only used it in critical moments, and I think I partly understand this whole situation. To the gods, when we were gods, we lacked that feeling of danger for a long time. That adrenaline that forces us to give our all. It's good to see it for yourself without the need for anyone to tell you," Whis said. "Excuse me, I must go. I hope you do well." Whis would leave while Beerus continued with his training. He only had one thing on his mind, and that was to defeat Goku. But unlike the others, he wanted to do it for himself and not resorting to tricks and deceit or joining others. Both Goku and Beerus were preparing for the battle that was approaching. Goku only wanted to fight for pleasure, while Beerus wanted to return to being the god of destruction. The other gods were waiting for the development of all this. In any case, on Earth, no one was satisfied with the results. Goku was attracting the gods, and although they were no longer gods of destruction, they were still equally dangerous. On the other hand, the kings of everything were anxious about the situation. They controlled everything from their planet, waiting to witness the best battle in history. "Beerus will dominate the Ultra Instinct," one Zeno said. "I don't know. No god has achieved it," the other Zeno said. "Even so, he is the one closest to being able to achieve it. We have seen it when he fought alone against the other gods of destruction," Grand Priest said. "But we will only know that once the fight begins. We want to see it now," both Zeno said, with great enthusiasm. The days would pass until the moment would come. Beerus felt ready. "I think I've trained enough," Beerus said. "It's time to give Goku what he deserves." Goku was meditating without rest until he felt it. Beerus's ki was approaching. He could feel it radiating more rapidly. "Wow, he really trained," Goku said. "Heavens, I hope this fight is epic." Beerus would finally reach Earth. Grand Priest would give the notice to the kings of everything to see the fight live. "At the end they will fight," both Zeno said, with great enthusiasm. "I wonder how strong Beerus has become," Grand Priest said. Goku and Beerus were watching each other seriously. The long-awaited moment had come. "How has your training gone?" Goku said. "You'll know that when you put me to the test," Beerus said. Goku and Beerus would stand guard ready to fight. "Heavens, I feel this is going to be a good fight," Goku said. I almost don't feel your presence, and that generates a lot of uncertainty." As if nothing, Goku and Beerus threw each other, generating a great bang with their power shocks. Earth witnessed it. It was the most important battle of the universes. Goku and Beerus looked equal in power, although clearly neither was fighting seriously. Then both would take distance. Silence ruled. They had already experienced the strength of the other, but now they were measuring each other. Both would disappear out of nowhere.
They moved at a speed that the human eye could not perceive. The air was breaking with their fast movements, resonating everywhere. Goku and Beerus exchanged attacks without being able to connect even in their enemy. Vegeta and the others would arrive without being able to fully perceive the fight. "How did Goku turn so fast?" Piccolo said. "I don't understand." "Kakarota left me behind without me realizing it," Vegeta, furious, would think. "I can't allow this." Goku and Beerus continued with their battle, but both would realize that they were wasting time. Goku would transform into Super Saiyan while Beerus raised his ki by equalizing his power. Goku had realized that the way Beerus's energy flowed was different. He wielded an explosive power, but controlled and contained. "Wow, it's no different from my transformations," Goku said. Both would continue to fight with fervor. As their attacks became stronger and stronger, the kings of all enjoyed the fight. But they all had it more than clear. They weren't even fighting seriously. At one point, Goku got tired of wasting time. He decided to use the Super Saiyan Blue, unleashing all his power. Despite this, Beerus looked calm. "So, you want to fight seriously?" Beerus said. "Of course," Goku said. "I think you should do the same." "Okay," Beerus said. Beerus would explode his ki with a war cry. The ground would crack in several parts. Goku couldn't believe it. Beerus's power was huge. "What kind of training did you do?" Goku said. "Nothing out of the ordinary," Beerus said. "Just train hard," what he hadn't done for thousands of years. Beerus would throw himself at Goku agilely. He would arrive with a strong knee in his stomach that would leave him breathless. Goku would cough blood. He could hardly move. "This has to be a joke," Goku would think. Then Beerus would attack Goku with everything. His blows felt like an indescribable fury. Goku received all the blows, causing great damage to his entire body. He was able to take distance to adopt another strategy. "What's going on? Did you lose the desire to fight?" Beerus said. "Don't underestimate me. You know I'm capable of doing more than this," Goku said. Goku was in trouble. He knew that Beerus would not be an easy rival. The tension would increase even more in the environment with the arrival of the rest of the gods of destruction. "What do they want here?" Beerus said, in a bad mood. "We just came to see how once in your life you do something useful," Champa said. "You are the least suited to speak, so better shut up," Goku said. "Hey, have more respect," furious Sidra said. Beerus would launch a ki attack to the ground that would cause a great crack in such a way that the gods was separated. "This is just a warning. If you do something to benefit me, I will eliminate them all," Beerus said seriously. "Remember that we are no longer gods of destruction, therefore there will be no consequences if I kill them." "Hey, don't go too far," Champa said. "I think the best thing will be to keep your distance," Rikir said. "I see that you are the only one who has honor here," Goku said. "So, are you going to continue containing your power?" Beerus said. "I did not train for that nonsense." Goku would emit a slight smile. "I see that you have realized," Goku said. Goku would put aside the Super Saiyan Blue. "What are you doing?" Champa said. "Are you?" Beerus said, disconcerted. Goku's ki began to emit a certain energy that everyone became aware of. His hair would turn white, manifesting the Ultra Instinct. "I was waiting for this moment. This fight is what encouraged me to reach the Ultra Instinct," Goku said. "I see," Beerus said. Beerus would carry everything to Goku. He would reach him with a punch, but Goku would move just enough to dodge the attack. "It's not possible," Beerus said. Beerus would throw bursts of energy and blows, but Goku dodged them all. At one point, Goku would respond with a strong punch, sending Beerus away. Beerus would stay on his knees for a moment, but he did not feel defeated. He could still do more. "Oh yeah, not bad," Beerus said. "You don't look surprised," Goku said. Beerus would close his eyes and take a deep breath. Goku did not understand what he was doing. Suddenly, Goku would charge against Beerus, but when he arrived with a flying kick, Beerus would hold Goku's leg, and with a perfect movement he would throw him away. Goku was fired and land on his feet. "That was," Goku said, disconcerted. Goku would notice, although it was more delicate, Beerus was using the Ultra Instinct. "You did not waste time," Goku said. Goku and Beerus would throw each other. Although Beerus's Ultra Instinct was not complete, it was enough to give Goku problems. The battle was intense, full of emotion and power. Both warriors gave it their all, but even so, things would not go as everyone expected. The presence of Grand Priest and the kings of all caused chaos. Goku and Beerus would stop, thinking they were in trouble. "It's you," Goku said. "Did we do something wrong?" Beerus said. "None of that. Your Majesty is very happy," Grand Priest said, although he would have liked to be notified to enjoy this fight in person. "We feel it," Beerus and Goku said at the same time. "You did not warn us," the two Zenozamas said to the rest of the gods. The terror transpired by each of them. They believed that it was their end. "Sir, do you think if we postpone this fight for tomorrow?" Grand Priest said. "It's okay," a Zeno said. "Yes, it's okay," the other Zeno said. "But the moment is now," Goku said. "Goku, it's a spontaneous situation," Mr. Goku, Grand Priest said seriously. His single tone of voice announced that he had to accept the indications. "Goku, I think it's best to fight tomorrow," Beerus said seriously. Goku would remain silent for a moment, but he would understand that it was for the best. "Yes, it's okay," Goku said. In that way, the fight was left in nothing, but it would continue the next day in a place where the kings of all could expect it in first person. Grand Priest and the Zenozamas would leave. The gods should leave too, as they have nothing to do there. "You saved yourself, but tomorrow you will see it with me," Beerus said. "Anyway, I say that you saved yourself," Goku said. "Although, if I beat you, I do not plan to kill you, but I see that you have another way of seeing things. Remember, Goku, you are the mortal who betrayed the gods," Beerus said. "I will never forgive that." Beerus would leave. Goku knew he had a great duel for the next day. Although he hoped that everything would go well, it was not just a fight. Now they was facing the king of everything, and nobody knew what could happen if they did not satisfy him. In that way, Beerus and Goku would prepare for the confrontation without wasting a single second of their training. Grand Priest would prepare a platform similar to that of the Tournament of Power. He would do it in the same place. He would call the kings of everything to show them the place. "What do you think, great sir?" Grand Priest said. "It's cute," a Zeno said. "Yes, it's cute," the other Zeno said.
"Yes, it's cute," Zeno said. "What do you plan to do with the guests?" Grand Priest said. "We do not want anyone," Zeno said. "Yes, only us, the others out," Zeno said. The next day, everything was ready for the meeting. Goku had warned his friends, who was worried about the situation. Grand Priest would come to Earth in search of Goku. "Mr. Goku, everything is ready," Grand Priest said. "Okay, let's go," Goku said. Goku and Grand Priest would arrive at the platform. There was Beerus. In the stands were the angels and the kings of everything with their guardians. Outside of that, there was no one else. "Beerus, I see you're ready," Goku said. "That's right. This time it will be a fight without rules, but at least we have the guarantee that no one will interrupt us," Beerus said. Before starting, His Majesty had an amazing idea to make this moment more special, Grand Priest said. "The winner will remain alive, but the loser will be eliminated." "It can't be," Goku said. "Oh yeah, this is getting more interesting," Beerus said. "Hey, but can the winner revive the loser?" Goku said. "Mr. Goku, that wouldn't be funny," Grand Priest said. "But I did it in the power tournament," Goku said. "But not now," Grand Priest said. "It's just a personal fight, and each of you will fight for your own destiny, and not for someone else's. I think you don't feel confident," Beerus would smile. "Shut up," Goku said. "What a fight! What a fight!" both of you said. "Then let the fight begin," Grand Priest said, giving the signal. Goku and Beerus would stand guard, ready to have a life-or-death fight. Both knew that this was a serious matter and that there would only be one winner. The atmosphere was charged with the electricity of the imminent conflict. Goku and Beerus, two titans of power without equal, faced each other in a battle that would not only determine who was the strongest, but also who would continue to exist. The tension between them was palpable, and each movement, each gesture resonated in the air with the promise of an epic confrontation. The kings of everything watched with great attention. It was the most important fight in history. Vados would approach the kings of everything to make a consultation. "Sorry to bother you, but I'm curious about something," Vados said. "Sure, just say it," Grand Priest said. "Of beating Beerus, will the gods of destruction return to their post?" Vados said. "And what does that have to do with it?" Zeno would ask. "Yes, we did this to make a fight, not for that nonsense," Zeno said. "Oh, I see. I'm sorry if I was unfortunate," Vados said. Vados would return to the stands. "What did they tell you?" Champa said. "They said yes, but then you have to go and remind him," Vados said. "Really?" Champa said. "Sure, trust me," Vados said. "Let the fight begin," Grand Priest would give the order. While Goku and Beerus were preparing for the final clash, their minds were filled with turbulent thoughts. Goku reflected on the path that had led him to this point, remembering all the times he had defied the gods and exceeded his limits. He knew that this battle was his final test, an opportunity to show his worth as a defender of the Earth and the entire universe. On the other hand, Beerus was determined to claim his possession as god of destruction. For millennia, he had ruled with power and authority, and he would not allow a mere mortal like Goku to challenge him. He was willing to give everything in this fight, even if that meant risking his own existence. With a certain brightness in his eyes, Goku and Beerus would launch into each other with an incomparable ferocity. The clash of their attacks resonated through the battlefield, shaking the ground and sending waves of energy through the air. Each blow, each block was a test of their strength and determination. "Wow, they are very strong," said a Zeno. "Yes, and very fast," said the other Zeno. As the battle intensified, Goku and Beerus unleashed all their power, pushing their limits beyond what was known.
The sky would darken with the energy released by their clash of powers, and the ground trembled under their feet. It was as if the universe itself was holding its breath, waiting for the outcome of this titanic confrontation. In the midst of chaos and destruction, Goku and Beerus fought with an unbridled fury. Each movement was calculated. Each blow was precise. They moved with a grace and a speed that defied all logic, leaving the spectators breathless before their skill and dexterity. "It can't be that these two have that level," said Yaris. "Technically, they are humiliating us by leaving us so behind," said Quitella. "They should have trained if they didn't want to go through this shame," said Whis, seriously. Quitella was really furious, but he couldn't say anything about it, since he knew that Whis was right. As the battle continued, it was clear that neither of them were determined to come out victorious, regardless of the cost. Their attacks became fiercer, more ruthless, in a desperate attempt to overcome the other. Both Goku and Beerus were using their Ultra Instinct to perform their best display of power. Their movements were like a harmonious dance, but at the same time, fierce. The eyes of the kings of everything did not blink so as not to miss a single moment of that so significant battle. In a moment of pause in the battle, Goku and Beerus would look at each other. Their eyes burned with an unparalleled intensity. They knew they were reaching the limit of their strength, but they refused to give up. This fight was more than a simple test of power. It was a battle for the fate of their lives. It is an insult that a mortal manages to step on the land of the gods. I can't allow it, especially after your betrayal, said Beerus. I didn't cheat. I trained to get to this point. If you hadn't been so weak, you would have reached an even higher level than an angel. But you decided to sleep without doing anything. Be careful with your words, said Beerus between his teeth. I'm just telling the truth. If I hadn't betrayed you, as you say, you wouldn't have trained to get to this point, said Goku. Look at you. You got to this level thanks to me. They're talking a lot, said a Xeno. Yes, the king sleeps, said the other Xeno. With a roar of fury, Goku and Beerus would launch into each other once again, unleashing all the power they had. The platform trembled under their feet, while their attacks collided with a torrent of unbridled energy. It was a battle that could have lasted hours, days, even weeks. But at that moment, everything seemed to stop while Goku and Beerus faced each other in a final clash. I will finish you, said Beerus when he gave it all. I won't allow that. I'll finish you, said Goku. Beerus, with his arrogance and his desire to regain his position as god of destruction, fought with a ruthless ferocity.
He was determined to defeat Goku and claim his place as the most powerful being in the universe, no matter the cost. Each blow, each movement was executed with calculated precision and devastating force. Goku, on the other hand, clung to his determination and his faith in himself. He knew he couldn't afford to hesitate at this crucial moment. With each attack, he looked for a gap in Beerus's defense, an opportunity to change the course of the battle in his favor. This fight is much more intense than I expected, thought Goku. I have to find a weak spot in him to be able to make a difference. The battlefield became a chaos and destruction scenario. Under the force of the attacks and the sky darkened by the released energy, each exchange of blows was fiercer than the previous one, with Goku and Beerus unleashing all their power in a desperate effort to gain advantage over their opponent. The spectators in the stands watched with amazement and admiration, unable to take their eyes off the battle that was unfolding before them. They knew they were witnessing something truly unique, a confrontation between two titans whose result would have consequences that was felt throughout the universe.
demons. I can hardly follow their movements, said Sidra. How did those two fools get to that power, said Barmut. Perhaps the fools are not them, but us, said Arak. Now I begin to understand why he loves us, why he took away our positions, and why Goku pushed him to do it. In the midst of chaos and destruction, Goku and Beerus continued their epic confrontation, with each determined to surpass the other. Their bodies moved with a grace and a speed that defied all logic. Each blow carried with it the weight of their determination and their desire for victory. Finally, in a last desperate effort, Goku gathered all his strength and launched a final attack against Beerus, executing his Kamehameha. Beerus would respond with a ki attack of equal magnitude, and both powers would collide with each other, beating each other to a duel. But Goku would have the advantage. The attack would win and impact with a devastating force, sending Beerus flying backwards with a scream of surprise and pain. "I did it! I made the difference," Goku said as he created an advantage over his rival. The spectators in the stands would get up from their seats, amazed by Goku's sudden advantage. Even the kings watched with interest, impressed by the skill and determination of the Saiyan warrior. "Beerus, don't be useless. You have to beat that mortal," said furious Champa. Beerus would slowly get up, with his face twisted by the pain, but his determination still intact. He knew he could not afford weakness at this crucial moment, and that he had to regain his position as the god of destruction at all costs. "It was just a lucky stroke," said Beerus. "The necessary to have the advantage he needed." "He's wounded," said Goku. With a roar of fury, Beerus would throw himself forward once again, unleashing all his power in a last attempt to defeat Goku. His attacks were fast and fierce, each blow carrying with it the weight of his desire for victory. He fought with the resentment that fed his heart to defeat him once and for all. Goku, however, was ready for the challenge. With a renewed determination, he faced Beerus with everything he had, unleashing his own power in a desperate effort to maintain his advantage. The battle continued with an incomparable ferocity, each movement faster and fiercer than the previous one. Each was determined to come out victorious. Their bodies moved with a grace and a speed that defied all logic. Each blow carried with it the weight of their determination and their desire for victory. Finally, in a last desperate effort, Goku gathered all his strength and launched a final attack against Beerus, executing his Kamehameha. Beerus would respond with a ki attack of equal magnitude, and both powers would collide with each other, beating each other to a duel. But Goku would have the advantage. The attack would win and impact with a devastating force, sending Beerus flying backwards with a scream of surprise and pain. In the stands, they would run out of breath before the scene, while the kings of everything watched with amazement and admiration. Goku was slowly recovering from the wear and tear of energy. His face was marked by the effort, but his determination was still intact. "That was intense," Goku said. Beerus, on the other hand, lay on the ground, defeated but not defeated. He knew he had been overcome by Goku this time, but he was determined to regain his position as god of destruction and become stronger than ever. "I won," Goku said. "You'd better give up. I don't want to kill you. I don't need to do it." "Mr. Goku, I remind you that the fight is to death," the Grand Priest said seriously. "I know, but," Goku said, until he received a key impact of surprise. A ray of energy would pierce his chest. It was not enough to eliminate him, but to leave him agonizing. Goku would fall to the ground, holding the wound. He lost too much blood.
Everyone would see Beerus pointing to Goku. He had not hesitated for a moment to attack him in the first opportunity in which the Saiyan had lowered the guard. "You must be very aware of what a battle to death means," Beerus said. Beerus would slowly walk towards Goku. Goku, clearly, despite his terrible condition, was better than the Saiyan. Goku did not stop screaming in pain. "Damned cheater! Where is your honor, trash? It is not my fault that you have the habit of lowering the guard," Beerus said. "Heavens, and that I warned him more than once," Whis said. "Goku got distracted," Zeno said. "Yes, Goku made a big mistake," Zeno said. "What a misfortune! His kindness will lead him to death," the Grand Priest said. "Now prepare to die," Beerus said. "Damn it, I will not allow it," Goku said. Goku would join to stand up, but the wound would emit a sharp pain that would not let him move. What will happen now that Goku is agonizing? Will Beerus kill him? And even more importantly, who will be the winner of this fight? All this we will see in the next part of this incredible theory.